A game changer is something that doesn't just improve what already exists. It redefines the rules, resets expectations, and shifts the standard for everyone involved. Now, we think about that. That's very hard to do, and let alone in coffee. I guess what I'm saying is that there hasn't been really that many breakthroughs or game changers or standards changing that everybody adopts to now in this existence, this 2025. Even by me going to the SEA this year and what I've been seeing online and online is that nothing is really revolutionary. It's better than what it was before, but it doesn't really change much of anything. We have so many pourovers out, cone shape, flat bed brewer. We have a pulsar or AeroPress, whatnot. It still makes coffee, right? It doesn't significantly change the taste of the coffee. We have third wave water. We have droplets. We have other things to enhance your coffee. I think back in the day, those were truly game changer. But now, what is? I don't know really what that is. And I'm thinking about that, not just for me, but also for you. Do you think or feel that things are game changers? Well, what does that really mean? Because game changer gets thrown around so many times. And when it gets thrown around so many times, it tends to mean nothing. And that's what I get quite a bit from this whole talk about what is a game changing thing or thinking or logic. Because right now, we're still essentially doing the same thing, which is perfectly fine. And I think it's okay for us to try to be honest with ourselves on that whole spectrum of like, if nothing is really truly changing, then let's just call it what it is. Let's just say that this is better than what it was. And then let's just use it for what it is in this current state in mind. Probably years later, we'll get a game changer. But, it's kind of hard to see what game changer really is. For instance, you might say that anaerobics and co-ferments or game changers. I don't think so. I think it was just another way for producers to expand their diversification of their product. And at times it just kind of left you wondering, like, this is what coffee is now. Like these one hit taste wonders that you get from time to time. That's just me personally. You may think that co-ferments and anaerobics and all that stuff are actually game changers. Those are probably the only coffees you drink. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But I guess what I'm really saying here is that I think we have to push past what this word means and be honest with ourselves of what we are actually seeing out there in the world. Because at the end of the day, if it's not game changing, does that break the needle in any case, any way possible? No, it doesn't. Like, for instance, I just spent a whole week and a half with the Moka Master. The Moka Master is a very old machine, trip automatic machine. The best part about that machine is the heating element. Other than that, it's kind of antiquated with the way that it actually drips on the coffee. The shower head is lackluster. And, you get very under extracted coffees. Kind of like mostly all the other brew mechanisms that are out now. Even with the Mr. Coffee, you can mimic or you can play around. You can bring out the best in these particular devices. However, is it really truly game changing? No, it's not. It makes a cup of coffee for you, right? What else does it do? There's still a lot of manual work that you have to do in order for you to get your cup of coffee. Yes, they do have like the Breville Brew Assist or whatever. Not Brew Assist. Think about the Hario Brew Assist or Drip Assist. They have a coffee maker that has a grinder on it. So essentially all you would have to do is put a filter or no filter in the basket. And I'm sure it even has a time, because at the time when I did have it, you can put a timer on it to come on and to brew your cup of coffee. I would think that's more so game changing. But making a cup of coffee isn't that difficult, right? Excuse me. What things are we doing right now in order to like bring out the best in the things that we're trying to do in our cup of coffee? You know, is it the tools? Is it the water? Is it the actual coffee? What is it? What makes something in coffee game changing? That's really what I'm talking about here. What makes it something that I can't live without? Because truthfully, I'm still rocking my 1967 Olympia Cremina for espresso. And it's kind of ironic now that a lot of things that are out now, they're trying to mimic that type of making, that type of way of making espresso, like a lever machine, a pressurized machine that you can be a little bit more manual, more hands-on, and you can play around with your coffees and still get cafe quality or even better out of your machine that's at home. What is it? We have all these brewers. They're great. They're different. They have different aspects of them that make it, or that makes it easier to brew versus another brew. But at the end of the day, you put that coffee through it, that exact same coffee at the exact same temperature, exact same recipe, and it more or so tastes the same. Was the AeroPress revolutionary game changer at the time? Yeah, sure it was. But it doesn't work for everybody. It took me a long time to understand the magic, the aura of the AeroPress. But at the end of the day, it's still a coffee dripper, right? Or a coffee maker. And I'm looking around my office, my studio, and looking at the French press, and that hasn't changed in years, and probably a little mechanism of trying to keep the water out and all that stuff to give you more of a cleaner cup out of a metal filter. Sure, but is that really revolutionary? Is that a game changing thing? That's the thing that I'm really asking right now, because at the end of the day, what are we really doing here? If we're just going to enjoy our coffee, drink it, and move on with our day, that's great. If we're going to be with people and communicate with them at cafes and at homes over coffee, that's great. That could be a game changer thing. But what is it really? I'm not just asking this for myself. I'm asking this for you too, because we keep throwing around this word like it really means something. And we keep using it and bastardizing it as much as we do. It doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the game of making coffee. So that's where I'm at right now. I don't know if this is going to be a series or just a essay or whatnot, but those are some of the things that I think about constantly. And I don't know about you, but when we start to think about things that are really, truly game changers, revolutionary, what did it do for you? Beyond it just being a new grinder that's out that mimics the EK43, you know, and a smaller footprint, what is it? What are we trying to chase here? That's more so the thing that we're trying to think about right now. Or at least I am. So yeah. What's game changing in coffee? Let's talk about it.